So the question that's coming up as I'm reading this section of the Total Mess has to do with infinite energy and how that relates to enlightenment. And I'll read a quote here from the text. It says, so infinite energy is not necessarily a good thing, and getting too close to the sun, which is being exposed.
Yeah, pause, yeah. But we want to understand is that in terms of the enlightenment, the Dhamma, it's like infinite potential. Infinite energy is relative to that. But if we're talking about cosmic energy, which I think you're going into now, then that's a different sort of infinity. Okay, so we're talking about different infinities. It's important to keep that in your mind. Different infinities.
Sure. Yeah.
Please.
Sure. So infinite energy is not necessarily a good thing, and getting too close to the sun, which is being exposed to infinite energy, is ultimately destructive. Enlightened freedom is altogether different from the qualities and properties of the known cosmic condition. In other words, such a state of realization is incomprehensible and paradoxically called one's true nature. One's true nature is obviously not one's true nature. Could you comment on
what part of it?
That segment there? Well, I mean, maybe just infinite energy and how that relates to enlightened freedom.
Well, the idea in physics, so infinite energy, like that's a way of saying we're pretty safe in a place that seems to be a form of infinite mechanism, cosmic, let's say, processes. Infinite space, let's say, infinite matter, infinite time, infinite energy, right? In that sense, say, Einsteinianistically speaking, the possibility of infinite energy. It's only energy, right? And transformations or transmutations of that energy and so on. But enlightenment, the infinite energy, right, is the energy of infinite intelligence, which means your mind, properly understood and recognized, is boundless. It has no limitations. It's just awareness. Awareness then is infinite. So your mind then is like a spacecraft. You travel through space when you think. You're moving through space. So it's kind of like a space consumer, a space excretor. Right? You have bad space, you have good space, you have light space, you have gray space, and you have feeling space, you have mental space, you have physical space, you have all these forms of space, or let's say what occupies your reality. Reality is probably the potential of infinite, say, intelligence. And that's just a figure of speech. The fact of it is something else. So we're talking about different levels of space and energy and time. And if there's no time, then you have to get into the time of now. There's no time. So the space of now. Here, the space of here, the time of now. Right? And the truth of being.
Would you say, to follow up, well, in that case, using the mind or using, things such as like visualization, I mean, are those the tools that we have in order to get closer to, an enlightened state or freedom, that can change our reality, our day-to-day life, using the mind? Is that our biggest tool?
Well, you might use your mind. You might use your intuition. You might already know the enlightened state, but not be able to abide in it. Because we're part of the enlightened state is now. This is the enlightened state, in a manner of speaking, relative to my, let's say, karmic limitations and language limitations and mental, let's say, possibilities. So this is it. But then it's the nothingness of what it appears to be, that it's the enlightenment essence. It's zero. So emptiness. So you have the big universe, and it's really a form of emptiness, right? A formlessness. That's the word infinity comes in. and it's useful to that degree. But there's no limit. There's no, boundaries. See, it's like the spiritual heart is unbounded. It's boundless. See, and the love that comes through it is boundless. It's infinite. They call it infinite compassion. It's ongoing, before your body and mind, and then during your body and mind, and then after your body and mind is put to rest, it still is what it is.
So is that something to practice? Like, would they say practice infinite compassion, or?
Yes. The idea is not as a thought, but as a process of breathing and feeling, heart feeling.